Anywho, moving on. So the movie that I watched this week is The Rip on Netflix. So the boys from Boston, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, have a new crime drama on Netflix, and I would say it's a solid 3 out of 5. It's fine. It's a good Friday night movie that you will watch once, enjoy it, have a drink or two, and then you'll never watch it again. It's not that's sort of the level that it's at. So here's the good, and I'm gonna keep it spoiler free because there are part of what makes it work and keeps it tense is the way that it plays with audiences' perceptions of characters. It does that really quite well. It does a very good job of misdirecting the audience in regards to who the actual corrupt cops are, like who is the actual bad guy, and it sort of leads you down one way and then takes you down others, and that's really where the tension comes from, is the who do you trust uh aspect of the film. And the plot wise is it Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are two cops that are part of this sort of anti-drug. They deal with stashes of drug money, and clearly within the department, people believe they have too much power. Are they stealing money? Like there's we think people are grifting, and who are the grifters? Who are the bad cops? And when they come up to this really giant mega stash, we've got this big deal, and we don't know, we feel like we're being set up. And it mostly it keeps it's nicely, it feels mid-budget. It's very tense. It's mostly takes place in one house, and it does a really good job of managing mostly one location and keeping you interested. It's a little bit slow at the start of it, but once the film actually gets to the main thrust of it, of we've found all this money, then it gets really quite tense, and that's when the questions start coming fast and furious about all of about who here is trustworthy, and who has motivations to actually be stealing money from it. And Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are quite good as always. Back in the day, I was not as much a fan of Ben Affleck, and things he really, when he was younger, he made I think some questionable choices in regards to the movies that he actually was in, and I think he's grown. He's grown. He's started picking better films. That he really has proven himself as a director. And now I can, like, objectively, I look forward to when he's in a film. I look forward to seeing it. And it was fun. It was a fun film. I don't know that I'd watch it more than once, but I had a good time. Where some things I did have take issue with, the film does have way too many F bombs. Now, swearing, I don't it does not particularly bother me on the whole, but when we're swearing every fucking other fucking word, then it just gets ridiculous, and it's distracting, and it's almost like Carnahan thinks that that's how that every other word that comes out of a, cop or a, sort of military man's mouth is fuck. And I've never heard any of those guys, like, they swear, but they don't. Again, it's not fucking every other fucking word. Like, so that I found that really, really aggressively distracting. Not offended, it was just annoying, and it was ripping me out of the actual narrative, so I could have done without that. And I would also say that the final action set piece, I felt the way that it was filmed, the the cinematography and the editing was a little bit manic and hard to follow. So I that the final action set piece left a little to be desired for me. But other than that, It's very entertaining. Again, I would say 3 out of 5. I no more than that. I was sort of debating, is this a film that gets, does this film get 2.5 or 3? And ultimately, I have, enough goodwill for the filmmakers and enjoyed the film enough, that I'd go 3. It's a solid 3 out of 5. I will one other a lot's been made of how streaming films look visually from a cinematography perspective, sort of like this too clean, overlit type of thing. And that's true, but I would also comment on, I feel like streaming, the graphics need to be punched up as well, because the film starts and you've got Netflix Presents, and I found the graphic to be really, really tacky and cheap looking, and when you have a tacky, cheap graphic, that sort of sets you up for a tacky, cheap movie. So that's the one thing to keep an eye on, I think, for other streaming films is really sort of put your graphics, guys through the paces, and try to elevate it past something that just feels streaming, because that opening graphic really just, I would say, felt streaming to me personally.